Hello, ShootProof users. I am Philip Bloom of The Blooms and community groups if you guys are involved in any of our education stuff. And I'm really excited today to be talking with you about how we use ShootProof and 17 Hats. I'll show you a little bit behind the scenes of how we use that to structure our various brands and some really cool tips on integrating the two together as well. So if you use either of these, you're going to want to hang around and I'll move through some of the possibilities quickly. These are pretty robust systems. I know for most of you out there, ShootProof users and maybe a couple non-users, people thinking about it, I see you out there lurking in the shadows. It seems crazy, why would you need more than one photography brand? And frankly, for us, Eileen and I started 10 years ago, so we had a little bit of time to figure out how to implement. We learned quickly that we needed to implement automation. And once we were on board with ShootProof and 17 Hats, that's what freed up our time. That's what gave us time in our life, not only to create, got to get carried away creating these different brands, but more importantly, spend most of our time homeschooling our 3 kids. You might hear them bumping around upstairs once in a while. Do you hear that? That's them. And our nonprofit work. So here you can see our physical studio, Bloom Babies, does newborns, families. Our main brand, Blooms, is weddings and portraits. Community is education. And Gotti's our nonprofit partner. And then Even Ever, using this software, Even Ever is our associate wedding and portrait brand that we manage through these software, but we don't actually shoot for that brand. So let me just walk you through here. If you wanted to change up your brands in ShootProof, you go to colors and logos right here. But then you can also, and I'll just click back and forth really quickly here. So here you can see in 17 Hats, you can even click on your logo right here on the top right and switch between brands. So you can actually go to a different brand inside 17 Hats as well. But let's start right here inside of ShootProof. So this is a typical ShootProof gallery as your client sees it when they log in. And that's what ShootProof is. It started out, we've been using it from the early days, and it started out as just online photo galleries. And they kept adding cooler and cooler tools. And it stayed very kind of clean and simple. I love the user interface, but it can do some basic studio management as well. So I tell folks, like, when it comes to studio management software, you need to start right away. Even if your business is young, the most difficult thing about getting started in studio management is when you've been working for a while and you have tons of information strewn about under seas of spreadsheets and sticky notes and saved email templates and Google and Gmail and all these things everywhere, and trying to bring that together into a nice, clean system. Just finding it is hard. But then inputting individually every client contact information and address. Start at the beginning and just build that over time. Every time you write an important email, save that template. It's in your system already, easy to find because it's made for that. And so ShootProof, you can do some basic emails. Most of those are going to be related to sending your photos to your clients and automating some of those emails. But overall, I would recommend a robust, even for early days in your business, a robust system like 17 Hats so you can start to learn it. And I'll show you how that walks through. So here on the gallery, maybe the client goes in here. We've categorized all their photos into different parts of the wedding day. They might click on their couples portraits, and we always like showing those off in our sneak peeks and things. So this is going to include their first look. Now, it's important just to show you sort of what this looks like to the client, so you kind of understand when I show you how this integrates with 17 Hats, what effect it's having on our process. So of course they had their first look and then couples portraits and all of these things. And they can go to any of these photos and they can click on that and they can purchase, click up here to buy photo, and they can start choosing artwork online. Hardly anybody purchases artwork online unless you implement a system. Instead of just waiting for people to discover you, you have to implement an email system that encourages them to purchase, that reminds them to purchase. And so that's what we have here. They'd come in here and maybe purchase an 8x10 or something. So that's what it looks like on their end. Now on your end, it comes in as an email notification or a reminder that they purchased artwork, and you need to confirm that order and order from your lab. But there's a lot of things we can do to simplify that, so it doesn't just become sticky notes again. So this is still ShootProof, but this is the admin side, and we're looking at our dashboard. So just a lot of stuff going on. This is a good example right over here of notifications of recent income. So someone went into one of our galleries. In this case, it was Bonnie, and a headshot gallery, simple headshots, and she ordered some digital downloads. In this case, it was prints. So she had ordered digital downloads and came back later and ordered more prints for her sons. So $233.47 after the service fee there came to us. Now, normally this would be stuck in 17 and a ShootProof, and I'd have to go over to my spreadsheet or my whatever program it is and input all this information to keep track of my bookkeeping and accounts receivable, costs and cost of goods when I'm trying to figure out how much I am earning per project, like a headshot project or like a wedding project. And all these are important numbers to keep your business alive if you want to be a 10-year-old business one day. So that would be a lot of manual labor. However, what's really great, going over to 17 hats now. So this is the 17 hats system. You've got your menu over here on the left, and you can see right here in my bookkeeping. So I went down, I clicked on bookkeeping, and right here, here's this order. And that's the same order we were just looking at. So what has happened is, because we're integrated, 17 hats and ShootProof are integrated together, then anything that's purchased online automatically shows up here in my bookkeeping. It's ready to present to my CPA who does our taxes. We don't even deal with QuickBooks anymore. We just send him some of these reports that 17 hats provides. So we can send him profit loss reports. We can send him sales tax reports from here. This is inside 17 hats, and all these great things. So I think, let me see what's next here. Yeah. So I pre-prepared these pages just in case my internet was being finicky, but you could literally just click on this and view the invoice tick, and that will take you to view her profile and her invoices here. You can go inside each one. And something else I'm going to come back to is, now you can see ShootProof shows up here as well. And this link right here is actually a link to her gallery, her photo gallery of headshots on ShootProof. So it's very cool. But everything, her contact information, her purchases as they happen, they all automatically show up in 17 hats as that takes place on ShootProof. So that's beautiful. Now here's Lauren Nickerson, the bride we saw before. And you can see this is just one of several projects we have going with her. We have engagement projects. We have in-portrait, in-studio viewing sessions. This is her wedding project with lead forms. Now this will give me an opportunity just to quickly show you the most robust, the most kind of the core of what 17 Hats does that makes it so worthwhile. Is you can go in here and you can add, emails and all these one-off things. But once you create emails for a wedding client and you send them to every wedding client over and over again, you realize this should be part of a workflow. Then you can go here to workflow. And after you've built this workflow out, you can literally just choose, let's choose book a wedding workflow. So let's say she hadn't booked yet. And I could say, let's activate this workflow. Boom. Right. So automatically it now says, for this person, Lauren, we need to send her an email about how our information and how to book. It will remind me to physically call and follow up with her, which is part of our workflow. And then create the consultation project or consultation workflow. In fact, I'm about to go in here and edit this so that we have our workflows in phases, which is another awesome organizational tool. And it will kind of automatically start that consultation workflow with reminder emails the day before. So she's automatically reminded to be there, what time we're starting, what our address is, which door to go to. All these things that I used to have to send an email out, literally hundreds of emails to every client, are just automated, and I don't even think about them anymore. So this is actually kind of like a stroll down memory lane, all the work I used to do. So here also in her profile, this is really cool. So ShootProof galleries. Now I've already added this integration, but anybody's profile, you can go to integrations right here, click on ShootProof gallery, and you can choose two things. Either select the ShootProof event, so a gallery that already exists, or you can create one right here. If I actually click on create one, I can name it. I can select the event date, which would be her wedding date in this case, and just hit save. And let's do that as a test. I'm just going to do test. Let's do today as the date. Save. And we'll look back in a second. That gallery is now an existing photo gallery in my ShootProof account. So the other thing I can do, though, of course, as you saw, is select ShootProof event that exists. And let's look here. So Lauren, and we have a lot of Laurens. Do y'all have that issue? A lot of Laurens get married. I think it was just that generation, popular name. It's Lauren and Charlie's wedding is not showing up because I've already selected it. But I can literally add any other galleries connected to her profile. And that's fantastic because when I do that, not only can I'll show you here, I can click on this. It actually is a link. I can click it. Bop, bop. Let's see. I think I have it open twice now. Click that, and it opens her gallery right here, which means that I can easily visit her gallery when I need to and look at pictures. You know, she said I need to add this picture number 13 to her wedding album, and I can pop over real quick from my manager that's always up. But more importantly, check this out. So whenever I want to send her an email, or if this is just an email that's saved in my workflow and it goes out to every bride, I can literally go in here and insert token and look at this ShootProof gallery. So a link to her ShootProof gallery, which is in this project, will automatically be populated in emails to her. So even if it's, and it's just an automated reminder email saying your gallery is going to expire, make any last purchases, that same email will go to every couple who we work with, but it will automatically include their personal ShootProof link to their gallery that was created. So that's really, really powerful. Looking at the wrong thing here. Insert. I think that you can also, of course, you can also add in the client's names and everything in there too. So when an email goes to them, it feels very personalized. It doesn't feel automated at all. So we're going to say yes. And then, so here's their gallery. And then I just want to show you finally what this looks like inside on the admin side. So this is inside a gallery in ShootProof. When I went to that ShootProof integration and added her gallery to 17 Hats profile, it automatically created her as the go-to client. So it created this. Otherwise, you'd have to go into settings and ShootProof and create all this. But it shows up, and what it means is now I can actually give her special privileges. When she goes into her gallery, she can hide images she doesn't want the public to see. But I also be able to see them. She'll still be able to see them. The public won't. She can also mark as she goes through. She can mark images for anything I want. I can go and specify, mark images for your wedding book favorites, mark them for 8x10s that are included, mark wall enlargements. And that allows me to see exactly what she's marking, whatever I want to see. And of course, she can also purchase, or her family, whoever I want to just purchase directly through the site can do that as well. We do some in-person sales, so we do a mix of those two. But I hope that is really helpful. That just gives you a quick look at how easy it is to integrate 17 Hats and ShootProof, those powerful tools, and how much you're going to want to get started on this. So if you're reading through the article connected to this video, we're giving away, you can download a template of one of our workflows, a simple headshot workflow that is really great for just meeting new clients, and it gives you a simple model to work from as you're creating new workflows. And last thing I'll mention and say goodbye is on the home page of 17 Hats, which looks like this, the overview. Mine's not even updated yet, but within the next couple of days or so, there's going to be a whole section right here of basically tutorials. It's called the learning section. And you can, if you're new to 17 Hats, it take a couple days to set this up, right? Just to get it set up. And then you're going to want to write those template emails or purchase them from someone you trust, or collaborate with someone in creating really well-written copy, so that you create a great client experience. That's really what clients are buying, even more than pictures, is the experience, the communication they have with you. So look out for that section coming, the learning section. You'll be able to not only learn how to use 17 Hats, but it actually has videos and links embedded. So just go through from step 1 to 1,000, whatever it is. And it very clearly says, click this link, go to this part of 17 Hats and fill this out, and leads you through the order of how to get your studio up and running for a decade or decades to come. So hope that's helpful, you guys. Really looking forward to talking with y'all more. Have a great day.